Excellency Sheikh Mabarak Al-Nahyan, U.A.E. Minister of Tolerance and Coexistence, Your Eminences, Your Holiness, your distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Sabah al-Khair, good morning and welcome. Thank you so much for joining us today on such an important day. Now today, November 16, 2021, marks International Day of Tolerance. Now today's event is particularly significant because it's taking place at a time when 192 countries around the world have come together to celebrate and be a part of Expo 2020 Dubai. Today, history is being written in this very room by our shared global family. The discussions that are taking place at this week's Tolerance and Inclusivity Week here at Expo 2020 Dubai will form an important part of global discussions and action that is taking place to encourage a tolerance and peaceful coexistence around the world today. And with that in mind, I'm delighted to welcome to the podium this morning His Excellency Sheikh Mabarak Al-Nahyan, U.A.E.'s Minister of Tolerance and Coexistence. Thank you very much, Your Excellency.
Thank you very much. Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of all the people of the U.A.E. who come from more than 200 different countries and represent different cultures, religions, and language groups. Welcome to all of you and welcome to our visitors. You are all most welcome in our hospitable Arab tent. As you celebrate all aspects of your rich and vibrant cultures at the Expo 2020 Dubai, I'm especially honored to be with you at the Expo site today. I'm delighted with the spirit of tolerance, human fraternity, and cooperation that flows from the opportunities available to all of us at Expo 2020 Dubai. Opportunities to make tolerance and peaceful coexistence an integral part of our lives as dedicated global citizens. Our experiences at the Expo will help us with our commitment to take up the banner of peace and the preservation of human dignity around the globe, and to pay attention to the role of knowledge, culture, tolerance, and human fraternity in our lives. Our meeting this morning, my friends, it is part of the National Festival of Tolerance that the Ministry of Tolerance and Coexistence organizes every year. The festival has been an outstanding success in previous years. Each year, during the festival, we launch initiatives that promote tolerance and coexistence in the United Arab Emirates and the world. In honor of U.A.E.'s Golden Jubilee, this year, we are announcing our most ambitious and we believe most impactful international initiative to date, the Global Tolerance Alliance. One of the great global challenges of our time is the eradication of intolerance and the promotion of tolerance. The more tolerance allows us to understand and appreciate the differences among us, the more likely it is that we will recognize the human values that must bind us together. Because you are here today, I know I am in the company of kindred spirits. We can no longer let ignorance, suspicion, and intolerance erect walls between the various peoples of the world. We must work together to spread the message and the skills of tolerance. The Global Tolerance Alliance will help us to work together to accomplish this great goal. The decision of the United Arab Emirates government to establish a Ministry of Tolerance and Coexistence is a message to the world that tolerance is not a natural state and tolerance is not easy to achieve and sustain. Sustaining tolerance requires cooperation and commitment from individuals, organizations, entities, and governments. And the promotion of tolerance is vital to the enrichment of human life as we acknowledge our great human diversity, most particularly as we celebrate the many cultures of the world. The incredible potential of the Global Tolerance Alliance inspire us at the Ministry of Tolerance and Coexistence. We are proud to be a sponsoring agency as part of our responsibility to contribute to the international efforts to promote the compelling virtues of tolerance and human fraternity. We envision the Global Tolerance Alliance to be a coalition formed by people and non-governmental organizations around the globe, people and organizations who are committed to advancing the dignity of human life and safety of all people, regardless of their nationality, age, sex, religion, language, economic status, or position in life. Its founding principles are those of tolerance and human fraternity, including freedom of belief, of action, equal justice for all, dialogue, equality of rights, mutual understanding, and respect, the composite of which leads to a more peaceful, harmonious, and prosperous local, regional, and global society. وين الأخت جميلة؟ وين بنت عيسى وين؟ حصلني سوري. شوف والله إنه ما شاء الله وخص لابسين كمامات بعد. Currently, there's no identifiable international group, as far as I know, or an organization focused on advocating for tolerance. Hence, there is a tremendous opportunity for this international alliance of individuals, organizations, and entities whose sole purpose is to promote tolerance and its virtues, thereby enhancing the causes of peace and security in the world. My ministry's team is here to listen to you and obtain your ideas and suggestions regarding the establishment of the Global Tolerance Alliance. We have also created a link at the ministry's website and Hastings showing behind me on the screen, I believe. There's no, I thought there would be the Tolerance Global website. Receive your suggestions and recommendations. We seek your input on the following questions and encourage your feedback and suggestions. Number one, how do we make the alliance feasible and implementable? What would the alliance look like in terms of membership and composition, e.g. governments, NGOs, academic institutions, think tank, etc.? Third, what should be called? How would it be funded? How would it be governed and structured? Where should it be based? And what impact would location have on mission delivery? 7, would it benefit from formal partnership with the UN or its agencies? What about partnerships with other entities with missions that are related to tolerance and human fraternity. What would its mandate, objectives, and terms of reference include? What would its annual program of activities and events look like? We envision the initial set of activities of the Alliance will include the organization of global conferences to be held in Abu Dhabi, Dubai, and other major cities around the world. The conference topics will vary, but each will have tolerance and human fraternity as its central organizing theme. Participants from different nationalities, backgrounds, cultures, and experiences will get to know others by working together in workshops and discussion groups and common projects. A system will be developed to allow all participants to keep in contact via electronic communications. Regular news releases and videos will be produced and provided to media in various countries. Dear friends, I thank each of you for your interest and your support. Our upcoming journey together through the establishment of the Global Tolerance Alliance will be enriched by your ideas and comment to improve the quality of life for our entire planet. Together, we can work to improve the human condition and to sustain the progress of society and the world. Ladies and gentlemen, dear friends, thank you very much for coming. I appreciate very much your attendance. Thank you.
I regard myself as a soldier, though a soldier of peace.
Fruit of prayer is deepening of faith, and the fruit of faith is love.
I have a dream that one day this nation will rise up and live out the true meaning of its creed.
You have a limited time to stay on earth. You must try and use that period for the purpose of transforming your country into what you desire it to be.
التسامح واجب إذا كان أعظم العظماء الخالق عز وجل يسامح، فنحن بشر خلقنا ما نتسامح. نحن بشر كلنا اخوان، اللي بيصير على هذا الطريق ولا بيصير على هذاك ولا بيصير على هذا، المصيب هو اخوه والغلطان اخوه.
Wow. Wow, isn't that incredibly moving? Well, thank you so much, Your Excellency. You know, your words really resonated with me when you talked about the importance of how tolerance is not necessarily a state of mind that comes to us naturally, and that it's only possible when individuals, organisations and countries around the world commit to making a change together. And I have no doubt that the Global Tolerance Alliance will continue to make a major impact in the days to come. And we're delighted all of you could join us this morning for such an important occasion. Thank you very much. Well, its official slogan is peace, dignity and equality on a healthy planet. Formed on the 24th of October 1945, the United Nations rose as the House of Nations and began its arduous task of ensuring that humankind lives in dignity and sustained progress. Joining us this morning all the way from Madrid is His Excellency Miguel Angel Morentinos, the High Representative for the United Nations Alliance of Civilizations. Please join with me in welcoming His Excellency to the podium as he shares with us his thoughts on the undisputed rhetoric and strength of global alliances. Thank you, Your Excellency.
Good morning, everyone. Your Excellency, Sheikh Nahayan Mabarak al-Nahayan, Minister of Tolerance and Coexistence, Minister of International Cooperation, my dear friend Rim al-Hashimi, Minister of Education, Deputy Minister of Foreign Affairs of Italy, religious leader, friends, a lot of friends here in this gathering. Let me start by expressing my full congratulations to the government of United Arab Emirates for the outstanding, remarkable Expo. Yesterday, I had the chance to go around all the main pavilions. Of course, the Emirati pavilion is one of the best ones. I have to say that they have the contribution of a Spanish architect, while Spain has something to contribute with the fantastic achievement of Emirates, and of course to thank the Italian pavilion, the Italian government, for hosting today here in this special occasion. You can imagine that for me it's a great pleasure and a privilege to accompany Minister Sheikh Nahayan Mabarak al-Nahyan to launch this important and timely initiative, the Global Tolerance Alliance. Alliance. What a beautiful word. What a beautiful concept. We are here not for military alliance. No, my dear friends. We are here for a positive alliance, an alliance of people, of ideas, of culture, of religion, to work together. And you can imagine that the High Representative of the United Nations Alliance of Civilization could be the much more satisfied with today's initiative. Alliance is not just a dialogue. Even we are going to have an exert dialogue today. Alliance is something else. It's a plus. It's to get together, committed to achieve certain goals and principles. And I think that is when we are absolutely satisfied with this initiative of the United Arab Emirates. It's not a coincidence that the Ministry of Tolerance and Coexistence took the lead in advancing tolerance, mutual understanding, and peaceful coexistence. Since the ministry under the leadership of His Excellency Sheikh al-Nahyan is, after all, the leading entity in the United Arab Emirates, charged with the responsibility of overseeing the National Tolerance Program. Excellencies, distinguished guests, today we are also celebrating together the International Day of Tolerance. And we recall the charter of the founding father of the United Nations. We refer, you all remember, we the people. Yes, we the people that are determined to practice tolerance and live together in peace with one another as neighbors. Those are, my dear friend, the values, and they are humanistic values inherent to our faith. United Nations Alliance for Civilization, U.A.E, derived its motto from this value: many culture, one humanity. Yes, we have many culture, many religion, many civilization, but we are one humanity. That is the new paradigm of tolerance, that is mutual respect, humility, compassion, fraternity. Another fantastic concept that His Holiness the Pope Francis and the Grand Imam of Al-Azhar have presented here, and then we will have time to develop during our conversation today. Looking to that room, I see many familiar faces of distinguished religious leaders and faith actors. I wish to emphasize that all major world religions espouse respect and peaceful coexistence in a spirit of shared humanity. It is our common responsibility to resist and reject those who falsely and maliciously invoke religion to build misconception, fuel division, and spread fear and hate. I recall the United Nations General Assembly Resolution 8-73-296 that called for strengthening international efforts to foster a global dialogue on the promotion of a culture of tolerance and peace at all levels, based on respect of human rights, yes, human rights, and the diversity of religion and belief, emphasizing that a state, regional organization, national human rights institution, non-governmental organization, religious bodies, the media, and civil society, as I said, all stakeholders should play together this common effort. That is the new platform that the Global Tolerance Alliance provides. It's a positive step towards that end. And my dear Minister, you can count on U.A.E and United Nations Alliance for Civilization to work hand with you and your organization in order to reinforce the synergy between our two organizations. My dear friends, we're facing many complex challenges in our world today. It's a disturbing rise in xenophobia, hate speech, discrimination, racism. Those challenges existed before the pandemic, which only helped in exacerbating them. You have only to look at the political discourse in Europe today. In this political, debate, religion are coming back in not well presented in all the cases. We are witnessing a simultaneous growth in religion and intolerance, the fear of the other, of those who are viewed as foreign or simply different, stimulate the rise of populism, hate, and marginalization. There is a worrying phenomenon of spreading anti-Semitism. Anti-Muslim hate, Islamophobia, another form of discrimination continues to gain ground in many parts of the world, east, west, north, and south. But at the end, we all, as present here in this room, in the global community, have the responsibility to unequivocally condemn and stand up together against such manifestation of intolerance and hate based on religion or belief, targeting individual belongings to religious community and religious minority around the world. We should collectively deplore all acts of violence and terrorist attack against places of worship that are motivated by religious hatred and related acts of intolerance. Attacks on these places of worship are some of the most blunt examples of lack of respect of each other for our common humanity. Against this pattern, Secretary General Antonio Guterres, in 2019, tasked my office to develop an all-UN plan of action to safeguard religious sites, in consultation with member states, faith actors, religious leaders, and other stakeholders. The plan, which was launched in September 2019, was conceived as an action-oriented framework for action with suggested recommendations to support member states and relevant stakeholders in the effort to prevent possible attack against religious sites and to be better prepared to safeguard religious sites and worshippers. 2020, maybe thanks, inverted commas, to COVID-19, we have a good, let's say, decrease of attack. 2021 was going well, but unfortunately, after Afghanistan situation and crisis, we have recently this horrible, attack in some mosque during the last month. So we have to really work together. So for concluding, the launch of the Global Tolerance Initiative during the Tolerance and Inclusivity Week is yet, my dear friend, another testimony of the virtue of human coexistence that the late Sheikh Zayed is known to have instilled in the people of the United Arab Emirates, one which the government continues to embrace and strengthen every day as I stand ready together with my office to support your work and collaborate with you. Yes, here in Dubai, we are today uniting minds. Let's also, here in Dubai, in this Expo, uniting souls and hearts, and work together to create a better humanity. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Your Excellency. I have to say your passion for this subject really is so inspiring. Something that really stood out to me that His Excellency talked about is the fact that, we are all from different cultures, we're all from different civilizations, but we are one in the same human fraternity. And never has that been more true as we look around the world today. All the people who are joining us today from so many different religions and faiths who have come together with one message of tolerance and a peaceful coexistence. It's a very powerful day. Thank you very much, Your Excellency. And I have to say, we are very much looking forward to the exciting potential and the future collaborations that this alliance will bring.